Shalom. Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, who blessed me with the spirit to do this lesson. And this is another, I like to do these installments, on crime and violence in these end times, specifically coming out of New York City, and each and every week they come out with this, basically the five boroughs, what's going on with it. And yeah, man, New York City is off the hook. And there's a lot of judgment. The Most High got these spirits that's bringing vengeance on this city, and not just this city, but many cities in America, right? So let me get this real quick. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 32, and it reads, "Miserable are the cities which thy children served. Miserable is she that received thy sons," man. And who is that referring to? The sons of Israel, man, the nation of Israel. Because all of these cities and countries had their even unto this day, uh continuously oppressing the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They did not know that, one day that this would be their curse. This would be the in fact reason these cities would be brought down. That's that's something that they didn't take into account, right? Who am I speaking of? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because he controls these cities, right, and oppresses Jake in all these cities. So the Most High said, let me read it again. Baruch 4:32. Miserable are the cities which thy children served, right? Because we still serving. We've served and we're still serving in these cities, man. Right? Through the workforce, you know, little under the table jobs. Right? It says, miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation, man. So, yeah, that's the time we into, right? America grieving, right, for her own desolation, right? And it reads, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, because America is no longer rejoicing, man. America is completely through. America has, you know, nothing going on for her no more, but violence, but decline, judgment, right? It says, and her pride shall be turned in the morning, because America in itself is very, very prideful, man. America is very prideful, you know. And the Most High said, through her pride, right, she'll be turned in the morning. And when you read Proverbs 16:18, it says, pride go up before destruction and a haughty spirit before fall. So, hey, we're in the time of, you know, this place falling, man. Right? So, I'm going to let this play, Yahweh Shem Yahweh willing. The elect be edified. We're going to come back with a couple of scripts. You know how we do. Shalom. One second. Here we go. Check this out.
Week, a series of violent attacks rocks the city's subway system.
If you commit a crime, these guys at the NYPD are going to find you and put you in prison.
Plus, a dog fatally stabbed in Central Park.
The details of the story are kind of nightmarish.
And a little boy left fighting for his life after being hit by an e-scooter. Right now, Fox 5's Crime in the City. Here are the crimes across the 5 boroughs. We start things off this week on the Upper East Side, and the arrest of a man wanted for a series of random subway slashings.
The NYPD just announced that arrest. Antoine, what do we know about the suspect?
Natasha, we can tell you that the suspect has had prior arrests outside of New York. Police also say he did not know any of his victims.
28-year-old Kamal Rideout is facing 3 counts of first-degree assault for a string of unprovoked subway slashings over the weekend. Police say on Sunday afternoon, Rideout slashed 2 women on the leg inside the subway station at 86th and Lexington Avenue. Police say he then rode the train south to the Brooklyn Bridge stop and slashed a 3rd woman on her leg. During Tuesday's briefing, police say these NYPD transit officers were on patrol looking for the suspect, and they found him.
This morning at approximately 9:45 a.m., less than 48 hours since the slashings occurred, these officers, armed with the suspect's photo, observed him walking down an Upper Manhattan street and apprehended him.
Police also gave more details about Monday's arrest of Claude White in connection with the murder of 32-year-old Tavon Silver. Authorities say Silver died after being stabbed in the chest early Saturday morning following a verbal dispute on board a 4 train at Union Square. The NYPD says White's arrest Monday morning happened after he was stopped for turnstile jumping at the Lexington Avenue 125th Street station. He was arrested by transit officers, the same NYPD transit officers who arrested the subway slashing suspect.
We are not naive, and we do not have our heads in the sand. We recognize the work that's got to get done and continue to get done, but it's important that the public knows that the men and women in the NYPD are out there each and every day working very, very hard and smart for their safety.
I'm going to keep saying it. If you commit a crime or attack our riders on the MTA system, you're going to be caught on camera, and these guys at the NYPD are going to find you and put you in prison.
Claude White, again, has been charged with murder. Kamal Rideout, 3 counts of first-degree assault. Stephen, police say this simply boiled down to good old-fashioned detective work, and they absolutely were armed with those images from inside the subway station.
Salakia.
Uptown in East Harlem, a little boy is struck by an e-scooter in a park, leaving him critically injured.
Henry Diaz, the smiling 6-year-old, is now fighting for his life.
Before I came back home, he opened his eye, which is good. I feel more relieved about it because yesterday it was worse. It was worse.
On Sunday evening around 6:30 inside Thomas Jefferson Park in East Harlem, Henry was hit by an electric vehicle the NYPD says was similar to a moped. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital with severe head trauma. He remains in critical condition. Police have released these images of the person and e-vehicle they say hit Henry. Authorities say he initially stayed on scene after the accident, but took off before the police arrived.
I'm angry, and I'm sad as well for my son. I'm angry because of the guy who did this to him, and I'm sad because he's in the hospital. Everything happened fast.
The accident comes ahead of a new pilot program set to begin on Tuesday, where e-bikes and e-scooters under 100 pounds will be allowed to drive along park drives and greenways inside select city parks. Pedestrian pathways will be prohibited. Thomas Jefferson Park will be part of the program, which will last until May of next year. Nareda has already formed her opinion.
Honestly, I would say that's a problem, especially when they shouldn't be riding that motorcycle in the park where our kids, when kids are playing around, In weekends, they like to make little parties around the park, and there's a lot of families, kids, and they should have been doing that, like riding that thing in there.
Then in Central Park, a rescue dog is fatally stabbed right in front of its owners.
A lot of people reacting to this, especially dog owners. According to the NYPD, it happened here in Central Park around 8:30 last night. We're by East 106th and 5th Avenue. Police say it started with a verbal dispute, according.
And hey man, they talk about a dog like it's a human being. Like these animals, they give, they put laws in place, and you know, animal cruelty laws and killing animal laws are in effect in America, man. Whereas a damn dog, right? If you kill a dog, you'll get 20 years, man. But if you kill a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, hey, you'll walk free, right?
According to detectives, the aggressor was walking several unleashed dogs. A 43-year-old female dog owner told police that the verbal dispute ended with the aggressor stabbing her dog. The canine was taken to an animal clinic, we're told, and had to be euthanized.
It's a crazy story. I can't believe it happened, and the details of the story are kind of nightmarish.
It's frightening, scary.
That's New York.
So you're not too surprised?
No, I live in Harlem. Stabbings is something that happens every day.
So then they had to bring the dog to the vet and the dog had to get euthanized.
It's unfortunate.
According to the NYPD, after this happened, the aggressor took off.
Heading back downtown, yet another act of vandalism targets pride flags at the Stonewall National Monument.
There were 2 prior incidents at the Stonewall Monument. This past Thursday, 10 flags were torn down. Police say that incident specifically targeted transgender flags.
And you got this going on as well, man. Like to where you can't even speak on this, man. But you have anti pride, coalitions going on in little pockets of what they call them. It's like little. It's similar to groups that ain't with this, man. And the Most High not with this. So hey, these people they're gonna pay for what they've pushed and what they're pushing in this society, man. Because this is off. This is completely off, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is not with this, man.
And last weekend, multiple pride flags in the same location were damaged. No arrests as of yet in any of these recent incidents. And now tonight, we're learning about yet another case at the historic Stonewall Monument Park. Volunteers found nearly 70 flags damaged. And as Fox 5's Ashley Rodriguez shows us, they believe it was a targeted attack of hate.
Stephen Menendez picks up broken pride flags from the ground of the Stonewall National Monument. As a park volunteer, it's his job to maintain the 250 flags flying around the park's perimeter. 3 weeks into Pride Month, Sunday morning, he was not expecting to find a fourth of the flags snapped in half.
It's just disappointing to come in and see it again. This is 3 times over 7 days.
When we arrived, police were on scene, but there's little they can do other than to check if neighboring shops have cameras. Park volunteers are relying on the existence of only one camera guarding the front of the park, and they argue the city needs to put up more. That way, if people choose to vandalize the park, they know they're being watched.
We'll always have that reminder that there will continue to be those who don't support LGBTQ rights. It's upsetting, sad, and concerning that we have to see it in one.
Why do people have to agree to that abominable lifestyle? These people are out of their damn minds, man. Right? They go so hard to push this agenda on children, people that ain't with this. Right? They can, make advances towards straight people, but when someone is uncomfortable with how they're how they push this out, and they're I'm trying to watch my words carefully because YouTube be acting like a real what. But when they push this agenda out and make people uncomfortable, it's okay. People just have to accept it. Why don't you accept it? But when you get people that don't accept it, and yeah, man, that's an uncomfortable sight for some people. You expect everyone to just agree with it, when no, everybody doesn't agree with it, man. People don't even want that here. The men of the Lord, we don't want that here. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahushua got something for you colorful people, man. And it's coming real soon. Right?
One of the heart of where our rights was born and continues to grow.
It's not yet clear if this was the work of the drunk and disorderly or a targeted effort to vandalize a historic gay monument. But park goers observing Menendez replacing the flags argued about how to react.
I feel like as a transgender that this is too much in your face. I want an American flag. This is America. This isn't LGBT country.
The divisiveness among passerbys Sunday, just a small example of the underlying reason behind now a third instance of vandalism at Stonewall Monument.
We have so much anger and hatred in the air right now. We really need to reverse that and replace it with love, compassion, and acceptance.
Even if police can get their hands on video, there's no guarantee that they're going to be able to ID whoever did this. They're going to continue to investigate, and we will keep you updated.
Next, on the Upper West Side, the search is on for a serial groping suspect.
Police also searching for the suspect in connection to a string of robberies across the city. The man is accused of several different robberies throughout the month of June, including 3 yesterday in Midtown. And what
you see is people in gross darkness, man, to where they believe that people have to accept their way of life, and if you speak about it, then you should be something should happen to you, man. So this is Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth. Because darkness is covering the earth, man. Right? Darkness is heavily covering the earth. Right? When you have to accept a lifestyle that a country that would say that they're God-fearing is not okay with, when you will have to accept that lifestyle, then that means that you're in gross darkness, man, and hypocrisy. Right? So it says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, man. Right? You can see it. Murderers, gropers, abominable people, right? It says, and gross darkness to people, but the Lord shall rise upon thee. Who's that? The elect, the men of the Lord, the elect, the men, women, and children that are of that elect number that's going to get out of here, man. Right? It says, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Yeah, because in these last days, the Most High is going to shine a light, his light, upon the men of the Lord, those that are doing the work. Right? Because all you're seeing is darkness right now. Right? And gross darkness to people. This is Job chapter 10, verse 22. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, man. There's nothing but death out here. People do things in this society which equals to death, man. Right? It says, without any order, and where the light is as darkness, man. Right? What is pushed as good here in America? Right? Sodomy. Right? If you're a damn drug addict, but you got money, you can be a damn demon, But if you got money that you are put in the light as positive and as a role model, and the Most High, the Most High ain't with that, man. This is the shadow of death, and it has no order, man. There's no order here. America is out of order. The minds of the people in America is out of order, man. The minds of the women are out of order. The minds of the men are out of order. Right? Everything is so, goddamn confusing here in Babylon the Great, man. That the Most High has nothing but judgment and eradication, if that's a word, for this place, man. Right? So that's what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for destruction, full-blown destruction, and hell to cover America, Babylon the Great, man. So, hey, man, it's just, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua because we are living in some very scary but beautiful times, man. We pray we get to see this place completely fall, man. Right? Let's continue. I got one more. We're going to shut it down.
One of yesterday's attacks, the victim was standing on Madison Avenue when police say the suspect approached him and pressed a knife to his stomach. They say that suspect then snatched the victim's necklace before fleeing on foot. If you recognize the man on your screen, call Crime Stoppers at number 800-577-TIPS.
And finally, we visit Midtown Manhattan and the latest scene in a series of shocking robberies.
Police are looking for the suspect wanted in 2 forcible touching attacks in Manhattan. Police say around 8 o'clock last night, Thursday, a man walked up to a 26-year-old woman who was standing on the platform on the West 103rd Street subway station on the Upper West Side. Police say he put his hand up her skirt and grabbed her. Police believe it's the same suspect in a similar attack that happened back on November the 3rd at the Wall Street subway station. If you recognize this person, please call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-800-577-TIPS.
And that's this week's Crime in the City.
So, there it is. You got it, man. Then you got older Jakes out here, going in. Like the people here, whether you're the elderly or the youth, man, it's completely bugged out, man. And it's about to be hell out here for everybody. Why? Because this place doesn't adhere to the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? So let's get this last one. We're going to shut it down. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 5. 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, nevertheless, concerning the tokens, behold, the tokens are the signs, right? Behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, because there's so much evil going on and wickedness that you're not going to have faith enough to where you believe that anything good is going to come out of this. It's just going to get worse and worse. And it is, but it's going to get better after it gets worse. It has to get worse before it gets better. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest. Iniquity is sin, wickedness. It says, shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see suddenly, shall thou see wasted suddenly, man. Right? So that's what you're seeing, man. You're seeing this place being wasted suddenly. Right? Crime from last year to this year has increased, 51, 60%, man. Right? And we halfway through the year, man. So-called halfway through the year. But hey, this is all judgment and the end of the times, man. And what you need to be doing? Seeking Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? While he may be found, because everything else is gonna fail you. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Until next time, Israel, love y'all. Seek Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, while he may be found. Till next time, Shalom.